Well, here we are. I told you guys I'd live stream a little bit of Gold Rush, and now I'm going to do it. So, basically the idea is, we're walking really slow for some reason. The idea here is to grind this gold out and get our water tower built. And I cannot figure out for the life of me why I'm walking so slow. Looks like we're sneaking. There we go. There we go. That's much better. Okay, so what we got to do is, it's raining, obviously. The idea here in this particular live stream is going to be to go ahead and grind this out and just take this road right here all the way out to here. Now, right here is where we get the good gold from. And once we get that done, we should have enough gold, maybe. We've only got $37,000. We should have enough gold to go ahead and get this water tower built. The water tower is right over there in a big pile of scrap. We need to get that built before winter, so let's go ahead and get started. Time is wasting. We'll do this as fast as we can. Hopefully I've got everything set up right. I think I do. Guess we'll find out, won't we? So, anyway, let me do one quick little thing here. And let everyone know that I am live. This mustache is itchy. Let's see here. What am I doing? I'm an old man, you know. It takes me a little bit. There we go. Alright, so what do we got here? We got a few buckets of gold. We had a few buckets of gold already up here. I think they're down there. Let's find our... Where's our jerry can at? Pump's full. Here it is right here. So let's go ahead and fill up everything with the jerry can. We got good fuel in the pump. We need to go ahead and fill up our generator. Oops. Get that filled up real quick. That back down here, and I think we're good to go. So really all we need to do is cut the pumps on. We've got a pickup truck full of crap. We got to take care of that at some point. We'll go ahead and cut the pump on, get the water running, got the generator on, and we'll start working. Now I think we only got to do like 2 buckets. Let's see, this is 96% full. Already got 1 bucket in there. I think we got 2 buckets we got to do down here and fill them up. It won't take long to fill them up. And let's see, 1, 2, I guess technically 3. This is 3 buckets right here. And that's about it, yeah. So we'll do 2 buckets. We might want to go to the store and buy another bucket at some point. How much fuel we got in this thing? We got quite a bit, I think. Yeah, we got quite a bit. Good. Oh Lord, this is gonna be a bit difficult. It's like every time I start this game, I have to learn how to drive this stuff all over again. Shouldn't take too long though. We'll get the hang of it. There we go. This is what it's gonna be like for the next little bit here. Man, why are we so close to the back of this tractor? And just dump right here. Nice. I'm really bad with a keyboard, if you hadn't noticed. Really bad. I know the stream's kind of early morning, Sunday, and a lot of people probably won't be up awake yet and ready to go, especially you West Coasters that watch me. I just wanted to get, a decent couple hour stream in. We're planning on playing this for quite a while today, I think. I'm not really planning on doing much anything else, at least until later on, around 3 o'clock Eastern, so we got about 5 hours. I don't think I'll play this that long, but we might. You never know, depends on how far we get. If I can keep you guys entertained that long. I'm gonna do a lot of this right here, at least for the first little bit. And then once we get these buckets full, we'll take this gold and see how much we get. We're not gonna get a ton. That's the thing. It takes a while to get a lot of gold. It does. Especially with the stuff we're using. The object is to get this tower built so we can actually mine through the winter time. And then once that's done, we can start working on getting our tier 3 stuff. And after we get tier 3, we'll be good to go for a while from there. It's a good thing you can't damage these tractors, because I would have tore this in all the pieces already. Backing into stuff. I get it stuck all the time. I used to. I haven't in a while. Got a long ways to go here. All the way over there to that end of the mine over there. We'll just keep on digging. We should be getting into some pretty concentrated gold, I think, right around in here. We'll just have to see if what we get produces enough to make it worth our while. It should. Let's see here. Very, very grindy, unfortunately. That's one bad thing about live streaming this game is while you're trying to make lots of money, you just have to grind away doing the same thing over and over and over. It takes forever. But that's just how it is, you know. These simulations are kind of always the same. At least until you get good enough equipment where you can get a ton of money at once. Whoops. Hey, how this camera is right up behind it like that. This double wash plant thing is working out great for me, honestly. It was suggested by a few people. I was trying not to watch any videos of the game and kind of do my own thing, but trying to do this with only one wash plant was just wasn't working at all. We were losing most of the dirt that we put into it. And since I switched over, I mean, we're gaining almost double the amount. Not quite. It's about a 25% increase, I think. So definitely worthwhile. And really, it didn't even cost that much extra money. Just a little bit. I think it was like 10 grand for the other wash plant, something like that. So it wasn't that bad. I swear that the button to get out of this thing is in the worst spot. I know I can remap it. I'm so used to it being there. I'm afraid if I remap it, I'm gonna forget where I put it. Maybe I'll do that at some point. There's a nice big load there. You want gold? I'll give you some gold, Chase. How you doing, Chase? How you like this nice mustache I grew literally overnight? What's up, Hydro? How's it going, buddy? so you guys know, ski. It's gonna be pretty grindy here for a little while anyway. We got to. We're trying to save up money to. We actually need to save up about 150 grand, so it's gonna take quite a while, I think. And I don't know. We'll see how it goes, and we'll try to switch it up and do something a little different here in a little bit. I gotta get these buckets full here, and then get one more full after this, and then we'll go through the gold and see how much we got, and then we'll have to take it and melt it down. And then come back over here and kind of do it all over again. So that's kind of how it goes, you know. You'd say I ate something I wasn't supposed to. What do you mean? Yes, maybe so. You know, when you become a man, it's easy to grow a stash like this rapidly. But it is very itchy. I won't lie about that. Especially on the sides. It's amazing the things you can find at Dollar General. So let's see. I want to kind of widen this out a little bit. I don't want to make too narrow of a path, because if I do, I'm going to get the tractor stuck in it. I should wear it to work. I might do that, you know. I wore a beard to work a couple years ago for Christmas. Had a Santa Claus beard and a hat, and I wore it most of the day while I was out delivering packages. It's great seeing like the little kids. They're like, "Oh my God, Santa Claus!" You know, it's funny. The mustache seems legit. Of course it does. It's actually fallen off a little bit, I think. It's one of those high-end mustaches that cost $1, you know. It's kind of cool. I was telling my wife, you can get like 3 or 4 different styles up there. So I'm just going to go buy a bunch of them. Start wearing them when I stream. I like to add a little bit to the stream, you know. So Hydro, are you ready to get into Mexico this afternoon in the American Trucking Simulator? You probably won't be able to start it till about 8 o'clock tonight, about 7 o'clock your time. That's the only problem. And I know your little city/town's not going to be in there, but I hope we have time to make it down there. We're going to go through, we're going to start where we're at, and we're going to go up through Oregon. And then we're going to head down through California, and then try to go into Mexico around the Baja area, I think. And just kind of venture down in there today, or tonight. And then maybe this week sometime, well, I'm gonna try to stream it at least once a week. We'll go back up into the United States, and then we'll go down into the main part of Mexico, down to the south part of it, I think. There's some really good third largest. Yeah, it should be in there. What's the name of it? There's I just don't think they've developed that part of the. I don't think they've developed that state all the way yet. That's the problem. I think they're still working on that state. I did see that state the other day. They had the cities listed on it, but there was no roads going to them yet. So Monterey. I'll look it up. If you'll remind me later today, I'll look it up and I'll see if it's in there. But so anyway, it's a work in progress. Obviously, they haven't got a whole lot done to it yet, so it's going to be a while before they get the entire country of Mexico finished. But they've got most of the main part done. They're just working on a little bit of the southern part, and of course the state that you live in. So pretty cool. I actually seen a Peru map as well, so I'm hoping they're going to expand it all the way into South America. I think that'd be awesome. We'll just have to see what happens, I guess. Our bucket's 31%. No, we got 6%, 52%. Great. We're well on our way to get these buckets full. We should get probably 60 ounces of gold, I think, out of all of it, which will translate to about $70,000, something like that. Once it's done, and thank God it's raining. We ain't got to worry about the river drying up. Although I'm not sure if that really affects it or not. I do know in the wintertime the river is going to start freezing once it gets down to 32 degrees, and that's the whole idea of getting this water tower built, so we can fill it full of water and use it during the wintertime. But I don't think that the water inside the water tower will freeze. But I don't know for sure. But yeah, of course, whenever we... Snacks meters mid-low, you better go get you some snacks, man. Are they open on a Sunday morning? When we do ATS tonight, we'll definitely have song requests on and all that good stuff, so we can listen to some music as we drive down the road. I would do it in this game, but I think that if I do it, so the game's kind of quiet, and I bet you that if I did, I would get I'd get copyrights on it, and if you tried watching it on Twitch, it probably wouldn't have any sound. At least the majority of it. So for some reason ATS doesn't seem to have that issue. What we got left here? 63%, 72%. Almost done with it. Let's go ahead and scoop some from over here for the heck of it. Try to widen this out a little bit. Yes, I will definitely be posting this to YouTube. It's going to be a long stream, though. I think I'll probably stream for a couple hours, then I'll end it, and then I'll start a new stream up. That way it's not extremely long. But yeah, this will be posted to YouTube for sure. Of course, the quality won't look quite so good because it's being streamed, but that's the only thing I don't like about streaming. I like to have real nice quality, and streaming kind of pixelates a lot of things, but most people don't seem to really mind too much, so... 12 hours? No, not quite 12 hours. I do say I'm planning on playing it a lot today, so it's probably going to be a good 4 hours at least. We'll just have to see what happens, you know. I don't know. I mean, if people start watching it and I get a lot of viewers, then we might just keep on going. I don't really want to end it if we have a lot of viewers, so I don't know how many people will enjoy watching this. I did have a few requests on YouTube to live stream it, and the truck sim is going to be tonight after the NASCAR race. So NASCAR race starts at 3:30, which means the green flag's going to be right around 4. It's going to be about a 3-hour race, so it should be over at 7. My wife's going to a party that's over at 7:30, so I think it'll be about 8:30 Eastern, or 8 o'clock Eastern whenever I start it, right around there. So probably about 7 your time. Oh, thank you, Nightbot, for that reminder. So, yeah. Pretty excited to get back into ATS, because I really do enjoy that game. I never really thought anybody would like to watch it until I streamed it that one day, and it seemed to go over pretty well, so I figured just riding down the road wasn't the best game to play, you know, streaming. But it's fun, especially when you get the song requests on, you know, you can kind of interact a little bit and listen to some music and stuff, and it's a good time. Thinking about maybe buying a different truck as well at some point. I don't know if we can do that tonight or not, but oh yeah, you'll be able to watch a little bit of it then. Yeah, that's the only thing. The only bad thing about it, I thought, you know, Sunday night's kind of a bad night to stream late. But it is what it is. All right, so we got probably one more scoop here, and then we can empty this bucket out, I think. So let's see. We'll do one more after this. Let's go ahead and fill them all the way up to 100%. So who do you think's going to win the race today, Hydro? You have anybody that you feel real good about? Alright, last load. Let's drive this. Hey, Jack. What's up, buddy? How's it going? It's been a while since you've seen me. I know you, you like this big old mustache I grew over the last couple days? Drive this up here and go ahead and fill it back up with fuel. And then we'll unhook the wash plants and go ahead and get the other things. Oh, no, let's not run over the truck. Jeez. It's okay. It's a Chevy. It can take it. The one that made an 8th grader? It does. Look. See how it like waves in the wind? But I can do this, which is kind of funny. There we go. Adjust it a little bit. It's a gold miner stash, man, you know. So, let's see. Let me go ahead and fill this thing up. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. Alright, we'll refuel that and go ahead and go down here and grab these 2 buckets. Actually, we don't need to cut the water pump off. How do I how do I turn on... I need one of these little pumps. I'm gonna have to set up another of these little pumps down here, I think, because I think I gotta use a little pump to actually pump water to these things. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. No, we don't have to. We just have to move this stuff back up here. Yeah, it's no big deal. Go ahead and cut these things off. Grab our buckets. Take them up here. Jack, are you running any NIS races this year? At all? I gotta find me a spotter. I could use your assistance on some of them. Alright, so there's 2 buckets, and we gotta get the hoses and move them up here. I hate that we have to disconnect all this stuff. It'd be so much easier if we could just... we just had the equipment down there that we need, but we'll just do it this way. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal, really. This takes a little bit longer. Let's lay this here. Get this other hose real fast. It got a kink in it. I'm surprised it even worked. Alright. Nom nom nom. Disconnect this. The water's pouring out everywhere. That's fine. Don't care. What am I getting stuck on right there? There's like something in the ground that keeps stopping me. Alright, so we just put this here, and I think that's about all we'll need. We'll take this hose and hook it back up there, and then we'll run those hoses where they go. Let's see. I wonder what happens if you hook it back into itself. Nothing. Okay, so this one's going to go here. This one is going to go over here. And did we got that plugged up, that's plugged up, we need to unplug. Actually, no, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and fill this up with fuel. Oops. I believe this thing's gonna fall off eventually. Once my lips start sweating a little bit. We've got 5% of fuel left. That's great. Do we have enough to fill that thing up? I think we should. The jerry can. Oh yeah, plenty. Okay, and now we'll hook it back up. There we go. Awesome. Alright, we're ready. Actually, you know what? We've got 93% on this bucket here. We've got to go get a magnetite trailer, which I probably need to go ahead and do right now, actually, before... Let me shut the stuff down. Let's go get a magnetite trailer, because I need to empty that stuff out of that bucket. If I don't, we're going to start losing magnetite, and I don't want to lose any. That stuff's really, really hard to get. You get like a tiny, tiny amount for every... And we'll go get some fuel while we're here as well. You get a tiny amount for every full load of gold, so... Yeah, that's absolutely right, Hydro. Absolutely right. Oh, you apologize for the race. Which race are you talking about there, Jordan? How you doing, man, by the way? Nice to see you. Racial slur. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Nightbot will remove you immediately. Let's see. Can we hook up without getting all this stuff off of here? Maybe not. Yeah, we do not permit racial slurs on this channel, sir. I don't think I have it set up to where, I don't think I have it set up right now to where it really removes it. What the heck? It was just glowing to where it removes anybody. That's what the mods are for. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, 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 no. Lots of people don't like NASCAR. Alright, here we go. So we're going to get all this crap out of the back of the truck first. And put it where it needs to go. Because I don't want to be dragging this stuff around. We're just going to lay all the hoses right here on the floor. I think it'll be fine down there. But all these pumps need to go up on the shelf so they don't get damaged. If that's even a thing. Probably isn't, but we want to keep it looking nice around here, you know. That way if OSHA stops by, we ain't got to worry about any problems. Ah, I see what you're saying. Yes, I got you. I'm a little slow sometimes. One more pump. That filter, which we do not need. It's a brand new filter. But honestly, I don't even think you have to have the filters anymore. I think they're still in the game, but they don't really do anything. So we'll just leave the filter up here. Was that an oil filter? It is. Oh, fuel filter. Where's our other filters at? Up here beside the pork and beans. Alright, let's go. You know what? I can't get the magnetite trailer and get the fuel at the same time. That's not good. We're going to make 2 trips then. Get the fuel, then come back, and then get the magnetite trailer. It's kind of a shame, really. We can't pull more than 1 trailer at a time. Jordan, did you actually get some time off work there, buddy? Now, you've been putting in the hours lately, from what I understand. We don't worry about speed limits in Alaska. Weekends off, gotcha. That's good. At least you get some time off. I think Kinder said you're working like 12 hours a day there for a while or more, maybe. I'm not sure. It's too much, man. Too much work. I gotta work on Saturdays, unfortunately, but they pay me pretty good to work on Saturdays, so... Yeah, I got to, Dang, what the heck? Why is Nightbot posting Discord messages that fast? You're not supposed to post that fast back to back. I'm gonna have to adjust that a little bit. Thank you. I'm professional. Professional gold digger. Almost run into that fence. Perfect. That's right. That's right. I wish I could hook my steering wheel up to this game, but it doesn't support it. Uh-oh, stash is falling off. It doesn't support it for some reason. Let's see. Whoops. Fuel is extremely expensive here in Alaska. $2,600 for 254 gallons. And we'll use that fuel up in one day. It's ridiculous. I need to buy one of those fuel tanks right there. But who knows how much that's going to cost to fill up. Look at that. $90 for 8.65 gallons. It's ridiculous. $10.41 a gallon. But we're full now, so we'll make some of it back, most of it. Alright, let's take this back to the claim, and then we'll come back and buy us a magnetite trailer. Oops, watch out for that car right there. I think our trailer has a messed up wheel too, maybe. Oh, no, actually it don't. I think I fixed that. It had a bent wheel a while back. I'm not sure how it got bent, probably because I can't drive. I wish we could go to some more areas like up in there. That'd be pretty cool, but they've got all that blocked off. That sign over there, if you're interested in any kind of scientific information, or maybe like the state plant, birds and stuff like that, it kind of goes into detail on the state plant and what it is and all this other stuff. It's kind of neat, you know, if you like to learn stuff like that. My least favorite car? I don't know, man. I've never really thought about my least favorite car. Probably like a Ford Topaz, honestly. I mean, that's a pretty pathetic car. Or maybe like the Urkel car. I don't even know what kind of car that is. I'm not sure what it's called. You ever seen, you know who Steve Urkel is, Hydro? I don't know if you guys had that. I mean, you're pretty young, so you probably wouldn't know. You have to look him up on the internet. Look his car up on the internet. That was an ugly car. The front door was like, the very front of the car was actually the door. You just opened the entire front of it up. But I can't remember what kind of car it was. Alright, so we're just going to park this thing right back over here where we had it. Oh, probably should put the emergency brake on. Good enough. Now let's go get our trailer. Favorite supercar? Probably, I'm not a Ford guy, but probably the Ford GT, honestly. I just really like, I mean, that thing's a spaceship, dude. There's so many, you know. There's so many, there's a lot that I don't even know that much about. I mean, I've been watching a lot of Top Gear episodes, the old ones. There's a lot of old ones I really enjoyed. The Koenigsegg, I really like. I think that's a pretty cool car. I've never been a fan of the Bugatti Veyron. Really, I just don't like the way it looks. It's fast, but I never have liked the body style. Lamborghinis are okay, but they're... Oh, there goes the stash. I feel like they're kind of overrated. Let's see. Corvettes are really nice, but I still don't consider a Corvette a supercar, even the top of the line one. I'm not really a big fan of Ferrari either, so yeah, probably the Ford GT. Honestly, I think that's I think that'd be one of my favorites. All right, so we can get a trailer right here. Let's see. Can't remember how much they are, but I don't think they're very much. Should be this one here, I think. That's a small trailer. Where's it at? This? Yeah, magnetite trailer. Yeah, it's only $4 grand. That's not that bad. Go ahead and pick up one of those. I don't think we need anything else while we're here. What's a hypercar? I don't know. What is a hypercar? I thought I've never... I guess would a Bugatti be considered a hypercar? That's a weird looking trailer. Where does it store this stuff? I guess... I wonder why it even looks like that. Maybe so it can drain out really easy. Yeah, to the bottom part. I guess so. I don't know. Alright, let's hook up to this thing and take it back. God, I hate driving with a keyboard. Still not quite centered up. Come on, back up. There we go. Bugattis are hypercars, gotcha. 2019 Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Yeah, that's a pretty nice car there. For sure. See a lot of people in Greensboro drive around Porsches, but they're all like the base model Carreras, and they drive them like they are just something, you know. They're nice, I guess, but if I was gonna get a Porsche, I'd want at least. I mean, really, if I'm gonna get any kind of sports car, Boxsters, yeah, I see a lot of those as well. If I'm gonna get any kind of sports car, I'm gonna want to get... I wouldn't want to get a base model. I'd want one of the top of the line ones. It's like buying a new Camaro. Why would you buy a new Camaro and buy a 4-cylinder? What's the point? If you're gonna buy a Camaro, buy one with a V8 in it at least. I wish the new RSs were V8s, like 305s even, or 350s. That'd be nice. Unfortunately, the Z01s are beautiful cars, yeah, but they're so expensive, you know. If I could afford a Z01, that's what I'd get. I've been looking at the like a 2016 SS2, but I just don't know if I'm gonna get one or not yet. I hadn't decided. I don't want payments, you know. That's the thing. Don't want the payments. Now, if something happens and I go, you know, drive full time at work, then I'm gonna buy a Z01. I can afford it then. Can't really afford it on what I'm doing now. All right, so let's see. We got this new magnetite trailer. Let's go ahead and back up here to the magnetite thing, or to the build thing. Just back it right in here somewhere. It'll be fine, I think. Right about there is fine. Yeah, I'm gonna. That night boat stuff, I'm gonna fix that. That's coming a little bit too often for my liking. And we got magnetite in this bucket here, so let's go ahead and empty that out into the trailer. And that's gonna give us how much? 9%. That's not bad, so I guess it'd be about 10% per bucket. Takes a long time to get a full bucket. Alright, we got water hooked up there. Let's turn the pump back on. Let's turn the truck off before we run out of fuel. There we go. And turn all of our stuff back on. Let's see how much gold we got. We got quite a bit of buckets here. We got 2 full buckets here. Technically, there's 4 buckets right there, so we got about 6 buckets we're gonna be able to go through. We're not gonna get a ton because we've been digging in the areas where there's not a ton of gold at, but we'll get a little bit. Is this thing running? Is the water running to it? I guess it is. No, it's not. What's it not got? It doesn't have electricity. Why? It's plugged up. Oh, I see. I see. We only got one plug-in right here. That's why. Makes sense. Now it should have electricity. No, it still doesn't. I must have unplugged the wrong one. Which one did I unplug? The water table. So there's the water table. Where's the one for... second one? Now? Yes, now we got it. We're good to go. Good. Alright, here we go. So we gotta stop it when it gets to like 90%. or else we'll start losing gold. Right about there. Okay, and we'll go ahead and empty this into this one. 38.93 ounces of magnetite, which is not too bad. But see, it's only 1%, so it takes a while to fill that up. It's a process, you know. Oh, stop it real quick. There we go. Go ahead and put this in here. Okay, so we can set this bucket down here. It's empty now. Actually, no, we need to put that back under there, don't we? We can dump this bucket in there. This bucket's empty. We can set it down. Okay, so now we got to... So we can fill that bucket up. Just stop making noise. Until it gets to about 90%. We'll take this and put it over here. This bucket can go over there. We'll fill it back up. We'll go ahead and dump this one in here. Okay. Set this one over here and get it ready. And now we don't have any more empty buckets. Or actually, yeah, this one's empty. Okay, cool. So one more, and I think we'll be good to go. Now, let's go ahead and unhook this thing here, the power cord, and get it hooked into that one. So plug that and plug in this. See how much gold we get. So we got 91% here. There's we've got 0 ounces of gold in the bank. Let's see what we get out of this one. I think we'll probably get at least 30 ounces maybe. I'd like to get more than that. I think I was thinking at first 60. 60 seems like a really high number. I don't think we'll get 60. Right now, we've only got 2 ounces from, what, almost 50%, so, yeah. I don't get as much as I'd like, I'm sure. I know. I gotta fix that. It's coming out, it's doing it too fast. It's a reminder, you know, for people who haven't subscribed. It's the way I've got it set up. I've got to go in there and fix it. And we might get, I don't even know if we're going to get 30 out of it, honestly. You can ban Nightbutt. Can you really? Don't do that. Don't ban him. Could be neat. It could be. Let's see, and then we'll go this one. We got one more. We got to finish out this over here as well real fast before we're done. So we got 10 ounces right now, man. We didn't get much gold out of this at all. Not near as much as I thought we'd get. That's pathetic. It's almost upsetting. We're gonna get like 15 ounces out of all this. All this took like an hour to do. That's horrible. We must be in some really, really terrible gold right now. Terrible dirt, I should say. Alright, so let's cut that off. Hook this one back up real fast and finish this little bit we got right here. Pathetic. We might have lost a little bit of gold there, but it wasn't much. Okay. Let's go ahead and get that little bit right there out of there, and we'll be done with this part. Come out with about 16 ounces. No, we're not getting, and you know, the thing about it is we used to get gold nuggets. and we're not getting golden nuggets anymore. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Ever since that update, we're not getting any more golden nuggets. I've got them turned on, so we should find them occasionally, but we're not finding them at all. I don't know. We may not find them with the front loader. We might have to use the excavator to find them. All right. Well, that's all that. So let's move everything back down here, and get it ready to run some more through the wash plants. I went a little too far with that one, I think. Yep. I told you it was gonna be grindy. Gold Rush is it's a very grindy game, man. It takes me 2 or 3 hours to make one interesting episode. But you know, a lot of people wanted me to live stream it, so I told them I would. And here I am. So, yep, I tried telling them. Gold Rush is not the best game to live stream, for sure. Shoot, I'm losing my train of thought here. Well, it is early Sunday morning, so, you know, I didn't really expect a whole lot of people to be here, to be honest. It's pretty early, so, yeah. And I think Jack and Chase probably came because they just see me go live, as well as my buddy Jordan, which is my brother-in-law. Yeah, they just probably see me go live and they wanted to come and check it out, you know, and, you know, support it a little bit, I guess. But I figured Red Dog would probably pop in if he's even up. He may not even be awake yet. He was the main one who was wanting me to stream it. But, you know, that's fine. I don't expect a whole lot of people to come and watch all the time. I mean, people mainly come to the channel, I think, for iRacing. You're here every time. Brandon's here almost every time, you know. A few of you guys come in and watch no matter what I'm playing, which I definitely appreciate, but the majority of people come for iRacing. Where the heck did my other freaking water hose go? Here it is. But I like to expand my my genre and play different things, you know. There's not a lot you can do in this game. You just have to kind of grind out, you know, the gold, and you basically do the same thing over and over till you get a little bit of money where you can buy something. Then you go buy it, and then you do the same thing over and over again. So that's kind of how it goes. It's a fun game to play because you want to constantly get better things. Like this area up here. This area up here is where you put your tier 3 wash plant. There's like 7 or 8 pieces you have to buy to go up here, and all those pieces together is probably gonna cost like $1 million. And that's kind of the idea of getting all this done. And what we're working on right now is there's a pile of steel over there, right over there. That costs like how much was it? $150,000, I think, something like that, to rebuild this tower. And when you rebuild the tower, you get water that you can use through the winter. 150,000, yeah. Because in the wintertime, the creek that you get your water from freezes up. And you can't mine during the winter unless you have that tower built. So we're trying to get the money up right now, save up $150,000 to rebuild that tower, and we really need to save about $200,000. It is expensive, yep. We really need to save about $200,000 because we need extra money in the bank after we build that tower, because every time you get gold from this claim, since we don't own the claim, we have to give like 10% back. So out of those 16 ounces we just mined, we'll probably have to give back like 3 ounces to the owner of the claim. So we lose that gold. So it's a crazy deal. But that's kind of what makes it fun, you know. You're always working towards something else. So, but it is very grindy, and it's not the very best game to live stream for sure. All right, so got power and water. Yep. So let's go back down here and start. Actually, I gotta take my buckets down here. Go back down here and start, you know, digging out this road again. It's getting dark now, so hopefully you'll be able to see. So we could use that thing, but you can't really use it down here. You can, but it doesn't work very good. It's good for digging. It's not good for digging up high. You gotta use it to dig down low. Which is why I bought the front loader. Front loader works way, way better for that. Alright, buddy. Hopefully they won't flip this thing over going down the hill. Run over our stuff here. Because it don't cost no money. And now we gotta cut the wash plants back on. I'll do that here in just a second. Oh no, let's not dump the dirt out right there. That's a bad spot to dump it out. Did it even make... None of it even made it in there. Crap, I hit the wrong button. Oh, we had some left. Get that money. Yeah, you like gold, Rachel? Can we get you some gold? I'll make you some jewelry. Know how you ladies like the gold. I'm more of a silver man myself. The gold is a little bit more expensive. Thanks for stopping by the way. Yeah. It's a very, very grindy game, as me and Hydra were just talking about. Probably not the best game to live stream, but really wasn't anything else to do on a Sunday morning during week 13. So we're here digging some gold, playing Gold Digger. Actually need to jump out here and turn my wash plants back on. I'm getting old and my hand falls asleep occasionally. There we go. There we go. Nope. Stay in. More of a diamond fan. Oh yeah, well, yeah, of course. I don't think we can find diamonds. Not here. That would be nice, though, if they would add that into the game. I don't know if there's diamonds in Alaska or not. I don't think there is. Or at least if there is, I've never heard about it. I'm sure there are somewhere. But yeah, it's not in this game, unfortunately. It's purely about the gold. I need better equipment because the equipment I got kind of sucks. I mean, it's like... It's tier 2 equipment. It's expensive, but we don't get near the amount of gold that we could get with the tier 3 stuff, or 4 or 5. So, yeah, most of your diamonds, I think, are in, there's some in the United States, in Arkansas especially. Arkansas has a ton of diamonds. There's a lot in Brazil, in the rainforest areas, and there's a lot in Africa. Now, I think that China has some diamond mines as well, but we don't have too many in Alaska, I don't think. Never heard of any in Alaska. We're actually going to go to the diamond... I'm not sure the exact name of the national park, but there's a national park in Arkansas where people find diamonds just laying on the ground all the time, and they let you keep them if you find them, which is interesting. This one kid found like a diamond worth a ridiculous amount of money, and I can't remember what it was, so... Yeah, sub-Saharan right. You ever watched any of the documentaries on how they used to get the diamonds out of there when the Europeans came? Very interesting stuff. I mean, unfortunately, there was a lot of slavery and stuff involved in that as well, but very fascinating where they got those diamonds from. And a lot of the old ruins and stuff are still there. Like, you can go out there and go into the old... Well, the old mines and stuff probably filled up with sand, I think, now, but like the old buildings and stuff are still standing. Because it's so dry, nothing ever rots. But very, very fascinating. I can't remember where I've seen it on. I think it was... I'm trying to think. It was like Cities of Underworld or something that used to come on History Channel that would show a lot of that stuff. I loved watching. So how did everyone do in the 12 hours of Sebring? I watched a little bit of the streaming of it, but not a whole lot. I really wish I could have made that race. My work schedule doesn't really allow me to race on Saturdays very much unless it's late Saturday evening. Unfortunately. D10 for Team Orange, nice. It's not bad. How many cars in your class? D5 for Black, that's even better. Isn't Black the team that Hemi's on? Which would explain that, if so. That guy is ridiculously fast. I mean, ridiculously fast. Almost impossibly fast. 25, yeah, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. I definitely take that. Shoot, I was happy just to get. What did we get when we raced? I think we had that damage. We would have had a good shot at coming in second. I think it was on the 24 Hours of Daytona if we didn't have damage. I think we ended up coming in like fifth or something. I can't. Or not fifth, but seventh. I think something like that. Yeah, that's right. I'm hoping to get into some more of them, but working Saturdays just kind of prevents me from doing that stuff. I can't say whether I could do it or not. That's the problem. Some Saturdays I could do it, but I never know until that actual Saturday, you know. I kind of like just being that guy that maybe be able to back up a team just in case. As long as you guys are all making good improvements, and that's what really matters. So does the Endurance Series, do they calculate points for the entire Endurance Series? Kind of like NIS does? Or is it just one race deal? So, my mustache is falling off again. There we go. Oh yeah, you can have that mess. I don't want nothing to do with the Nuremberg ring. Le Mans is okay. Nuremberg, that is a beast. Kind of like, it reminds me a lot of gosh, where was it they were just at? The one in Australia. Mount Panorama. It's more of a drive the track kind of deal, and don't worry about everybody else around you, you know. Yeah, it's pretty technical. I mean, that's putting it lightly. You take Mount Panorama and add 8 miles to it, and that's what you got. Bathurst, yeah. So parts of it aren't too bad. The GP course part of it is pretty straightforward, like any other road course track. And then once you jump off the GP course, it's ridiculous. I mean, you know, it's got its tight areas, it's got some crazy banked areas, it's got some areas that are super fast. Yeah, exactly. Got some areas that are super fast. I mean, you can't race, you can race people on it, but it's really not advised, you know. I mean, there's parts of it where you can make passes and stuff pretty easy, but the majority of it's high speed technical, you know. And then you got your slow turns that's okay, I guess. And then, you know, parts of the track that's wide enough to race on, and then parts of the track that's really narrow. And if you wreck there, you're just screwed. Especially if you wreck on the bits. And there goes the stash again. That's going to have to come off. My lip's sweating too much. Especially if you wreck on the part that there's like a whole mile or two of just straight. you know, and you get some massive, massive speed up to there. So you don't want to wreck on that at all. But it'll be interesting for sure. You'll enjoy it. Just go in there with the idea that you got to finish, you know, that should be your goal. Just finish the race. And then if you finish the race this time, then the next time you race it, you go in there with the goal of finishing in the top, you know, top 10 or whatever. Just improve on it from there. That's what I try to do. Like my goal for NIS this year for every race is just finish in the top 20. And then next year my goal will be to finish in the top 15, which I've done pretty good so far. I think we finished I didn't race Daytona or Las Vegas, but at Atlanta and Phoenix, we got top 15. We got top 10 at Atlanta and a top 15 in Phoenix, so I'm pretty happy with that. Considering how many wrecks there is in NIS, which is unbelievable. I never imagined that guys... God, I gotta cut my bot off, man. That thing is driving me nuts. I never imagined that guys in the second split with 4,500 I ratings would wreck as much as they do. It is ridiculous. But they do. Oh man, thanks Rachel, I appreciate that. But anyway, I might jump on and try to practice with you guys some on the Nürburgring, because it's been a long time since I've ran it. It takes me like 5 minutes just to load the stupid thing into my PC. It's such a big track. Le Mans the same way. 5 minutes is probably exaggerating, but it takes a while. So we should be getting into some pretty good gold right through here. We dug out the top part of it, so now we're trying to dig out the bottom part. And I think once we get all these buckets full, we should get quite a bit out of this. Posted a short vid in Discord. All right, cool, man. You playing your racing game still? That little short vid in Discord is probably gonna get more views than this stream does. Concentrate on Le Mans. Got you. So Le Mans is next, or Le Mans is after the Nürburgring? I haven't been keeping track of it, obviously. That's probably a good thing to do, though. Just kind of concentrate on what you think is gonna be your best track. I think you'll do fine though. I mean, you're a good road racer. I think you'll be fine no matter where you run. I wish I was. I mean, I'm a decent road racer. Like I'm terrible in traffic. By myself, I'm pretty fast, but in traffic, I'm terrible. I run into the back of people all the time. Just stupid stuff, you know. Nah, man, you do fine. But you know, Hydro, you're racing on your phone. You don't know how good you would do if you had an actual steering wheel. You might be one of the best racers in the world, who knows? You could be the next Sebastian Vettel. It's gotta be difficult to try to drive on a cell phone. I bet it is hard. Especially when your car gets loose and you gotta try to correct it. That's gotta be extremely difficult. Art and Senna? Oh yeah. I have no clue who that is. I know a lot of them people I don't watch. I know a few F1 guys. That's about it. I don't really watch F1 too much, so. What's the guy who's fast all the time now? Jeez, I can't remember his name. He drives for Mercedes, right? Golly, I can't remember. I can't believe I can't remember his name. My hand's asleep. Is he? What is that guy's name? I know both of you probably know. Drives that silver car for Mercedes. He's like a light-skinned black guy. Hamilton, that's it. Yeah, you know I should know that because that's my stepbrother's last name. But yeah, Lewis Hamilton. But yeah, F1's not really my thing. Like it's too much technology in it. I don't enjoy it that much. I watch it sometimes. I always watch Monaco every year. Even though the last few years Monaco hadn't been that great of a race either. But yeah, there's so much technology involved in it. It's just not fun to me anymore. And I mean, some people like that sort of thing. That's fine. NASCAR's kind of gotten that same way, which is it's so technical now that what I fell in love with, it just doesn't exist anymore. And I really hope with the Gen 7 that they kind of take some of that technical out of it a little bit. I know technology is always going to be there to an extent, but I think in NASCAR it kind of needs to be limited. NASCAR is always kind of this rough and tumble sport. The more technical it gets, I think the less people's going to watch it. Well, no, I agree with you there, but Formula One they are very overly engineered. I mean, you know, now Formula E, of course, that's up to date, you know, present technology with electric cars and all that stuff. But I mean, you know, with the aero packages that Formula One uses and that kind of stuff, that's more what I'm referring to. So, it's like NASCAR. I mean, NASCAR is most of NASCAR isn't. Oh yeah, I just found a 17.71 ounce nugget. Holy crap! I'll take that. NASCAR is not technical at all if you look at how the cars are designed and engines and stuff like that. I mean, it's very, very out of date stuff. But the aero side of things is very technical. So, Monaco is a procession fight with not with a lot of passengers. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, and you can't touch anyone with Formula cars either to try to get around them. Now, Formula E, thank you, Hydro. Formula E, I will say, I enjoy those races more than I do the regular Formula One stuff. I think they're a lot more fun to watch. Because those guys seem to really get at it, you know. It's kind of like watching trucks in NASCAR. They're some of the best races, the truck races. I don't know why that is. I mean, I thought at first... I know, right? God, you can make a huge ring with that nugget. I thought at first that the reason truck races were so good was because they were shorter, but then you watch some of the Xfinity races and they're short and they're not that great. I think it's just because the guys are young and a lot of them just want to go like immediately. You know, they don't have that. They don't have that. You know, that maturity level to back off and wait until the end to make something happen. They want to go all race long. But anyway, yeah, Formula E's pretty fun to watch. Hope we find some more nuggets like that, man. That was nice. That took us up to 34.4 ounces, which is a good $50,000 probably. We hadn't been finding very many nuggets lately. So where's our buckets at? We got an 85% and a 69% bucket. Almost enough. How many carats? I don't know how many carats that would be. Yeah, that's nuggets. On the nugget. Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't think a carat isn't carats determined by like the quality and not the size. Or am I wrong on that? So we wouldn't know. I mean, it doesn't really tell us what the quality is, and it's just gold ore, so the quality would be terrible actually, I think, until it was refined. Right? I don't think it gets into that much depth. I may be wrong. Maybe a carat is considered is part of the size as well, but I was thinking it was more of a quality thing. Is it size? Okay. I don't know nothing about that kind of stuff. I don't know how many carats that would be, Hydro. I have no clue. You'd have to Google it. So Google 17.71 ounces. Carats is quality in only gold. Google 17.71 ounces in carats and see what it comes up as, and that should tell you. Because I would have no clue. Rachel might know. Rachel seems very proficient on her precious metals and rocks, as most women are. Oh, this thing is so aggravating to drive sometimes. Gold is measured in ounces in Troy. Aha. Learn something every day. I don't know nothing about it. Maybe I should look into it. If I'm a gold miner, I probably should learn that stuff, huh? I drive a truck for a living, so all that stuff is beyond my comprehension anymore. I've done forgot all that kind of stuff in school, you know. I don't know none of that stuff anymore, measurements and all this. I mean, I know some of it, but you don't have to use stuff in life. You kind of forget about it. Alright, so I'm going to have to switch out this one bucket real fast. And, oops, let's cut the lights off before I kill my battery. There we go. I don't want to have to go get a battery today. So when this bucket hits 100, we'll switch it out real fast. If it even hits 100, it may not. I don't think it's going to. We'll be at 98, maybe? No? We'll go ahead and switch it out anyways. It's full enough. And go get another empty bucket, and then we'll have to switch the other one out in a second. Let's just kind of set this. Actually, you know what? We'll just pour it in here. It's the best thing to do. You get stuck on crap down here all the time. Alright. Turn our lights back on and continue. So grindy. It'd be kind of fun to do this for a living, though, if you think about it. At least for a little while. Especially when you start finding those big nuggets like that. There you go, Hydro. 2,721 carats. That is a lot. And that would be worth today. What gold value? I don't know what it is now. I think it was over $2,000 an ounce there for a little while. I think it's probably a little under 2,000 now, maybe. I haven't looked it up in a while. But it'd be worth a lot of money. Just for that one nugget. That was actually a nugget that was found not far from here in a field. The guy plowed it up with his tractor, and this was a long time ago, but uh-oh. He ran out of gas in the generator. He found it in a field. He didn't know what it was, and he literally used it as a doorstop for years and years and years until somebody came by and bought it from him because they liked the way it looked. And come to find out, it was a big gold nugget that had a ridiculous value. You can look it up on the internet. I'm pretty sure that was around here somewhere that happened. Yeah, look it up, and this guy uses gold nugget as doorstop on Google. It's an interesting story. It might not have been around here, but I was thinking it was. I think that's actually why the Reed Gold Mine got started, which is about an hour from here. So let me go fill this up real fast. This fuel tank. Generator, I mean, because the things are going to stop without the generator running. 1,300 per ounce. Gotcha. Or troy ounce. Yeah, it's went down a lot. Oh, hold on a second. My wife's coming in here. Okay, sorry about that. She brought me my wallet for some reason, which I thought was kind of weird, because I'm not going anywhere, as far as I know. Anyway. 92%, okay, yeah, so we gotta switch that bucket out in a minute as well. So hopefully, what we're mining here is a lot better than what we got a minute ago. Because that, what did we get? 16 ounces for that little bit was pathetic. Do we already have stuff in our bucket? No, we don't. Why is it not digging? There we go. I think we need to move our wash plants a little closer to where we're actually digging now. We'll get one more scoop and then we'll move that bucket over. What do you think, Hydro? Could you sit and watch this for 4 or 5 hours all day long? I can't remember who it was on YouTube that was asking me if I'd live stream it. Oh, jeez. Stuff's always breaking down, I swear. But I told him, I was like, yeah, I said, I can do it, but it's going to be very, very grindy. And I haven't seen him come on here. Maybe he has, I don't know. But it definitely is that. Like, there's... When I put these videos up on YouTube... You rather play it? Yeah, it is very, very grindy. And that's what I was trying to tell people. When I put them up on YouTube, a lot of times I'll play for 2 or 3 hours, and then I'll edit it down into a 30 to 40 minute video. Just showing kind of the... Oh, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate that. Just showing the kind of the more interesting aspects of the game, and then of course you put a little bit of the grindy stuff in there just to fill in time. But daily summary: worker salary 0, process pay 869.48 cubic inches, earned gold 16.82 ounces, provision of rent gold 5.5 ounces. So you see, we lost 5 ounces just because they took 5 ounces because we pulled out 30-some ounces of gold. But yeah, it's such a grindy game, and it really is. It's fun, but it's not good for live streams. It really isn't. And I tried, you know, I did sort of make that point a while back when somebody had said something about wanting to see a live stream. Actually, I've had a couple people say something about wanting me to live stream it. If you've played the game before and know what it's about, it probably wouldn't be quite so bad. But if you've never played the game yourself and don't realize how much goes into making one episode, then it's really slow and boring. I can't imagine sitting watching somebody play it for 2 or 3 hours at a time, especially whenever you're just grinding away like this. So I need to get that bucket out of there before we start. We're probably wasting gold. I guarantee you I've already wasted some. Let me do that real fast. So yeah, it is what it is. Need to replace that light bulb as well. I'll probably just pull one off my other lights. So I need to try to save up like 150 grand to be able to fix the water tower. And really I need about 200 grand total. That way we can mine during the summer. It's 7 days to winter, and once winter hits, it's gonna get freaking cold, man. It's gonna be so cold we're not gonna be able to do nothing. Oh man, Elite Venom, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. I want to pull the light off. Can you only pull one light off of these? I guess so, because that one's not highlighting individually. Okay, whatever. I don't know why they made them like that, but man, that makes a huge difference. Did I put the bucket down here? I did. IMSA Wreckfests are better. Yep, they are. And that's, you know, it's crazy too, Rachel, because I really enjoy road racing. But every time I stream road racing, nobody really watches it because let there be light. Hey, Mitch, what's up, man? I'm glad you actually mentioned that because I meant to give you a follow the other day after you followed me, and I completely forgot about it. So I'm gonna make a note of that right. I don't have my pen on me. I'll make a note of that right now because I need to get in there and follow you since you're right there around the same split I am. I enjoy watching people's races that I'm possibly in. So I'll write your name down real fast. I literally just started racing NIS this season, so it's all brand new to me. So I'm meeting new people and stuff, and having a lot of fun with it. I've only raced I only raced Atlanta and Phoenix. I didn't get to race. I missed Daytona completely. I didn't even know it was going on. Somehow I don't know. I thought I raced one of the regular NIS fixed races that was only like 60 laps, and I was thinking that was the main NIS race. I didn't realize it wasn't. So I completely missed Daytona. And then Las Vegas, I was out of town, so I wasn't able to run it. But, anyway, nice run you had there, by the way. What was I saying? I did an A fix for Daytona. I thought that was NIS, and I was running it, and my buddy Randy Wilkins, I don't know if you've ever raced with him or not. He's like NIS. He's like, it hasn't started yet. And I was like, what are you talking about? Because I'd never raced it. I didn't know. So yeah. And then I found out after the Daytona 500 ran that the Daytona 500 was the NIS race, and I had completely missed it. So it's fine though. I can run up front at plate tracks, but a lot of times I end up in wrecks, which I guess everybody does. So in Las Vegas, like I said, I had to go to a funeral in Arkansas, so I was way out of town. I just didn't get back in time to run it. We're planning on running all of them though, or at least the majority of them. The ones I'm in town for, I'll run. Hopefully I won't miss too many. I'm enjoying it though. I mean, there definitely is a lot of wrecks in them, which I kind of expected, but I sort of expected, and then at the same time I kind of didn't expect. Like I thought that since everybody had a lot higher I ratings, that we wouldn't see quite as many wrecks, and everybody would kind of give each other room and stuff like that. Definitely not the case. It seems like there's more wrecks in the higher I-rated races than there are in the lower ones. And then also you got, I was thinking that NIS was all A class. I didn't realize that you could race NIS if you were a C class. So yeah, you know, that I think that kind of screws it up as well. You got them guys in there that's don't have very good safety ratings trying to run with the big boys, you know. Yeah, so what is it? It's Wednesday at 5. Actually, that'd be probably the best one for me to race. Wednesday at 5, Thursday at 9, Saturday at 6 a.m. and 12 p.m. and Sunday at 9. So the Saturdays I definitely couldn't do. The Wednesday probably be a good one for me. I'm going to try to stick to Thursday nights just so I can kind of run with the same people. But I might try to run some of the Wednesday ones as well. We'll see. I have to be at work at 5 a.m. so it's hard for me to stay up too late. Okay, Rachel. Well, thanks for joining. I really appreciate it, and hope to see you again at some point. Usually when I race, I'll race on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then just kind of sporadically through the week, and of course Thursday night with NIS. And I just haven't been this week because it's week 13, and I don't have any real good setups for the street stocks anymore since they changed the ride height rule. So rarely see a C-class driver. Yeah. I guess you wouldn't, would you? Not too often anyway. I was A-class, and then I ended up losing it last year because of I was like right at 4,000 I rating, and I dropped 1,000 in 2 weeks. And at the same time lost my A-class too, just from stupid stuff. I mean, it wasn't even, I think one massive drop was my fault because I didn't put enough gas in a late model race and ended up running out of gas and finishing last. Everything else was just where guys were spinning out and I had nowhere to go, or I think I had 2 or 3 disconnections for some reason, like within that same week. And I was losing 100 points each time that happened. Because I would have, you know, my I rating I'd be number 1 car and I'd end up finishing 12th or 13th because I disconnected. I'd come back, but I never could get those laps back. So that kind of sucked, but finally got back to, I think we're at 3880 right now, so we're back up there. So I should hopefully be back up to 4,000 pretty quick. But thanks, Rachel. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go fill this thing up with fuel real quick before we run. I've actually got a lot of fuel left still, but you never know. I'll forget and run out, then I'll have to bring the dang fuel tank way out here. Jeez, come on, you got more horsepower than this. Make it up the hill. What are you doing? It ain't that big of a climb. Good lord. I hate playing this at night. Alright, here we are. I guess I probably could have just left it running, but that's a safety hazard. I don't want to get fined by OSHA. Okay, well, it's going to take a minute to let this thing fill up. Gosh, man, I wish there was something else we could do other than just grinding away at this right here, but there really isn't. I mean, there's nothing else I can buy right now. I just gotta keep grinding and saving the money. Okay, Rachel, you as well. See you later on. Yeah, OSHA's always watching. They're in the trees. There we go. At least it doesn't take long to fill it up. I'm kind of surprised I haven't had more breakdowns, too. Usually I'll have a breakdown about every 30 minutes or so. But that hasn't been going on this stream for some reason. Jeez, come on. What are you doing? Fix your laggy game. Okay. Oh, thanks for the host, Rachel. Appreciate that. I'm actually surprised all my alerts are working today. Usually they don't even work that good. iRacing must take a lot of memory or something, because for some reason when I stream iRacing, half the stuff on Streamlabs don't even work. Oh god, don't flip it over. We would be in a world of hurt if that happened. I'm gonna kind of widen this out right here just a little bit. So I don't box myself in there, so I can actually turn around. This really is a great and fun game to play, believe it or not. As grindy as it looks, it's really not that bad. It's just, it's not something that really is good for streaming. But I figured if I'm going to play it this morning, I might as well go ahead and stream it, so. Now, what will be fun is once we get enough money to buy all the Tier 3 stuff, I'll probably stream putting that stuff together because it's going to take forever, and I've been told... Yeah, could you imagine doing this for a living? I was thinking, I watch a lot of Discovery Channel stuff. It's one of my favorite things to do is watch, you know, real life stuff on Discovery Channel, which is kind of strange because you could, it's a lot more fun to watch it than I guess it would be doing it, but, Deadliest Catch, like those guys that go out there into the Bering Sea in that cold weather and catch those crabs and stuff and how hard that is, like they work like 2 or 3 months out of the year, but they make $50,000 or $60,000, you know, it's crazy. If they have a good haul anyway, sometimes more than that. And I've always wondered, you know, could I do something like that? Could I go out there on a boat away from my family for 3 months and work that hard, you know, with no sleep, cold. I hate cold weather and I hate rain, so I probably wouldn't be very good at something like that, but it would be nuts. And it's like these guys who go out here to Alaska and dig gold, I mean, they don't do it all year long. They go out here from the time it starts thawing out, and I guess probably, I wouldn't think it'd be until probably late May, if even that early. And then it starts snowing again in October and it's freezing back over, so you don't have a very long year to do it. But they can potentially make millions of dollars. So, pretty crazy. Big crazy life, really. But thing is, it's so expensive to buy stuff, you know? I mean, you can make a lot of money, but you have to spend a lot of money, too. Just playing this really kind of, you just kind of see what it's like. I mean, I know it's not realistic in that aspect as much, but you start out with a shovel and a freaking pan, and you save up enough gold to be able to buy, you know, a water pump and one of these wash plants here, and then you got to save up enough money to buy, you know, a tier 3 system, and then you got tier 4 and 5, so you make a little bit more. You make a little bit more money every single time you buy something new, but you're also spending way more too. Exactly. That dredge, you know, I wonder if they're going to add something like that in. They added, when I first started playing this, they only had the tier 1 and tier 2 system. They didn't have anything else. So then I came back about a year later, and they had added the tier 3 in, and that was it. And then I came back again when I started doing the playthrough of it. Actually, I think when I originally started the playthrough, there was no tier 4 and 5, and now there's a tier 4 and 5. So I'm really curious if they're going to add a dredge and stuff like that. I don't know how they could do a dredge, because the dredge moves constantly, and basically you would have to have a big area to dredge out. I don't think you couldn't put a dredge in an area like this and dredge it all, you know? You'd be done with it so fast, it'd be ridiculous. It wouldn't be no fun. So they'd have to have this big, like, maybe they could do like a big curvy area that you could go through that would take a long time or something. But, I don't know. I need to start looking into their, like, developer diaries and stuff and just seeing what they've got planned, because I'm generally not one to read stuff like that. I just kind of wait until it comes out, and then I'll look at it, you know. But it would be fascinating to see what they're kind of planning on doing. I'm glad that games like this are now starting to just add stuff periodically instead of just coming out with a new game every single year. Starting to see, what other game is it that I was playing that kind of does that? Oh yeah, American Truck Simulator, which we'll be playing tonight. After the race on TV. That game, they basically come out with a state about every month or two, and they're going to go across the entire United States, adding roads and cities and stuff like that, and different things you can do. And used to games wouldn't do that. They would just come out with, you know, another game like every 2 years that just added more to it. And that's cool and all, but then if you really are somebody that likes to make progress and stuff, you lose all your progress in the first one, you kind of have to start over in the next one that comes out. And I hated that. So, Elite Dangerous, how is that? I've never played that before. I've never even watched anybody play it. I've seen it. Is it any good? This might be something I could get into at some point. I've got so many projects going on all at once, it's kind of hard to start a new game. Especially since a lot of them are simulation based and they kind of go on forever, so. Is it? Well, maybe I'll have to check that out at some point. I started playing this game called The Long Journey Home about a month ago. I haven't played in a while that I kind of want to get back into, and it was a space game. But it wasn't quite what I expected. But it is kind of interesting. You can check, I think. Yeah, those are on the YouTube. You can check that out. I think I do there's like hour and a half live streams of that, something like that. But I kind of stopped, like I died, and we reloaded a save, and I kind of stopped right there, and I haven't played it anymore since. So, I don't know. I'll probably get back into it one of these days, but I feel like I need to go ahead and just restart the whole thing all over again. It's been so long since I've played it. Also, I've got Car Mechanic Simulator that I've been playing for a long time, and I haven't played it in a while either, that I kind of would like to get back into, but I don't really get... I tried live streaming that, and I didn't really get a lot of viewers on it. It was kind of like this. It's very grindy, you know, you're kind of just doing the same thing all the time. So games like that just kind of make better videos. So, at some point we'll probably get back into that one as well. There's no in-game in sight for me in Elite. Well, if you've been playing it a lot, then that's a good sign. It's a good sign that it's a game that's going to last a long time, which is great. I play Skyrim a lot, stuff like that, and there's so many mods for Skyrim now that I don't know if I'll ever get done with it. I mean, I was hoping that I could get done with all the mods and stuff that I've got before the Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. And I mean, it's ridiculous. Like I've got 180 some hours into. I've got two profiles in Skyrim. One profile where I just went through and beat the original game. I probably got 60 hours in that one, I think, something like that. And then I've got the profile I've got now has got like 180, 190 hours in on it, and I'm not even 30% of the way completed. I mean, it's ridiculous because I put so many mods on there. You know, I got this mod called Legacy of the Dragonborn, which adds a museum up in is it Solstheim? It adds it in, something like that, or one of the northern cities. Anyway, it's a museum, and all the unique weapons and all the unique armors and everything unique in the game can go into the museum. And they've added spots from all kinds of different mods and stuff like that too. So I've been trying to play it where I'll start a mod, you know, or a quest, and I'll complete that quest before I start another one. Yeah, there's tons of mannequins in it. I mean, it's a ridiculous amount. It's like there's like 200 mannequins there. So every single type of armor you can get, you can put in that museum. But it's got spots for all the swords, all the rings. It adds like these trading cards to the game, so it's got spots for those. It's got spots for every unique rock you can find on the beaches. It's got spots for. It's got spots for every unique animal. Everything you can think of, it's got a place for. And then another cool thing is some of the things, whenever you place them in there, like a little plaque will pop up, and it'll talk about the lore of it. Nope, it's not near the third of the world. It's up in one of the northern cities. It's called, look it up. It's called Legacy of the Dragonborn, and it's got some quests that come with it that's really nice as well. There's actually a quest that comes with it. It's called it adds a new guild called the Archaeologist Guild, and it adds areas where you can go to. You can go to like Druma ruins, and with all your archaeologist like guild members, and they'll break apart walls and stuff like that. I think it's on Xbox actually. As long as you're on the Xbox. Well, dang, what is the newest one that came out? Gee, I'm not an Xbox guy, so I'm not very well versed on that stuff. What is the newest Xbox? The One. Xbox One. But yeah, look it up. Legacy of the Dragonborn. You'd love it. I'm telling you, it's great. It adds something like. It's on special edition. It adds something like it's like 40 or 50 hours to the game. I mean, it's something ridiculous. But you can build all kinds of guild houses around. You can use the guild to go in there and find unique artifacts. Now, one thing you wouldn't be able to get on Xbox, I think, is like I said, it works in conjunction with a lot of other mods, and I bet you that you couldn't. I bet you it won't work in conjunction with other mods on Xbox like it does on PC. But you would still be able to get the Legacy of the Dragonborn quest, which is really the main reason you do that anyway. So, yes. So it's pretty neat though. And then you got other. You know, you've got the other, what is the other one that's coming out pretty soon that the guys have been making? God, Nightbot, shut up, jeez. What is that mod that those guys, Beyond Skyrim, those mods? You got those to look forward to as well. They had Bruma that came out a while back, which was pretty freaking awesome. And it won't be long, they're coming out with some other, like this team is developing basically the whole province of Skyrim, like all the provinces that has never came out, they're redeveloping them with the Skyrim engine and adding quests to them and stuff. You got to look all that stuff up. I mean, it's crazy, man, how much stuff's coming out. Really, you would never have to buy another Skyrim game or another Elder Scrolls game again, and you would never run out of content just with the mods that Skyrim has. It's fascinating. It's really a good time to be alive if you're a gamer. So much good stuff coming out. Skimpy bikini armor, yeah, those are good mods too. Those are definitely good mods. I don't have any of those mods in my game because I've got kids, and I don't, you know, I try
I try not to have too much skimpy stuff, but I know some mods that are very revealing. We'll just say that. Very, very revealing and very lifelike. There's even a team that's redeveloping Oblivion in the Skyrim with the Skyrim engine. That's going to be pretty fascinating too when it comes out. I think it's almost daytime. Good lord, man, this takes so long to get anywhere. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, you can look up some of those mods, and it's crazy. Stuff you would not want to, not safe for work type stuff, you know. .435. Where are you located? You must be on the west coast somewhere. What time is it here? It's 12:43 here, so you're definitely not on the west coast. Oh, you're talking about game time. Yeah, I got you. Jeez, sorry. Yeah, almost morning. You're in New York, okay. In the city or in upstate? I've never been to upstate New York. I went to New York City a while back. I live out in the country, so New York's not a place that I really enjoyed a ton. There's just so many people there, you know. Upstate, there you go. Yeah, that's where you gotta be. I couldn't live in the city, man. It was ridiculous how many people were there. I like to have a house where I can, you know, go out on the front porch and not see anyone for miles and miles. Oh, shoot, we're full. Oh, okay, we just filled that one up. Why is it not counting down? Oh, our thing ran out. Go put some gas in that. That would be the reason. I think I need to invest in a bigger generator that will last longer. How much fuel we have in this one? This has still got a lot, man. This water pump runs forever on a tank of fuel. And it really doesn't even take all that much. Alright, so we got 59 there. Oh no, I'm sorry. 97 there and 80 there. So almost time to change this bucket out. Still haven't found any more. Still haven't found any more nuggets. And that, look how cool that looks. The rock coming down like that. They did a real good job with the animations and stuff. That one's at 100%. So I take this bucket and pour it up here. I was wanting to get into playing House Flipper at some point, but I just don't know when I'd have the time to do it. But it looks like it'd be a lot of fun. There's a construction simulator too that I was looking into, but I think I'm gonna wait for like the next installment to come out because this one they were having some problems with the engine or something. Like it just looked kind of, I don't want to say underfunded, cheap. I guess that's the word for it. Other than iRacing, these simulation games are one of my favorite things to play. I don't know why, but they are. I kind of wish. It's funny because I drive a truck for a living, and then I'll come in here and I'll play the truck driving simulator for like hours, and everybody, Hydro especially, always picks on me because he says, you know, I think it was Hydro or maybe it was my buddy Brandon that watches sometimes. He'll come in here and say, he's like, you drive a truck for a living, and then you come in here and you drive a truck on the game and don't even get paid for it. What is this cut called? Wives Gash? Wives Gash. No, we're not calling it that. I don't know what it's called, man. Name it. But it can't be something dirty. We gotta keep it civil. But you're here, name it. We'll start calling it that. I wish there was a way we could put up a sign, you know. I had it. I was calling it something a while back, and I can't remember what it was now. I think once we get done with this cut, we're probably going to take the drill on the other side, and we'll go ahead and drill out the rest of the claim, and figure out where the real good gold is through there, and then we'll probably try to. I don't want to cut through that gold with these wash plants because we don't get very much out of them. They get about 25% of the actual gold out of the ground. Holy bucket cut, that's it then. The holy bucket cut. So these will get about 25% of the gold that we put in there out of the dirt. And the tier 3 plant should get about 50%, and I assume the 4 would get, the 4 would get probably 75 to 80 or something like that, and the 5 would get 100. So really, digging into these good cuts like this, into the holy bucket cut, we're getting better gold out of it, but we're losing gold out of it as well. We would be a lot better off just waiting and getting that later on. So I think what we'll do, like I said, we'll drill out the rest of the claim, and then we'll probably take all, I'm pointing to it, you can't really see it, all this cut right here in front of us. We'll probably get all that with the wash plants, and hopefully by the time we get all that, we can, yeah, there you go. I like it, yep. See, I didn't even realize that, but you're absolutely right. Makes a lot of sense now. We'll probably get all that out, and hopefully with the money we get out of that, we can afford to at least start getting the tier 3 plan up, I hope. It costs so much. Like, I want to buy the claim. The claim's like $600,000, and I don't even know if it's even worth buying the claim. I don't know how. I mean, I guess if we have some really, really good gold later on the other side of the claim, maybe it is. But if it's all going to be kind of like this right here, it won't be worth buying it, at least until we get better equipment, Once we get that tier 3 system, we should be able to probably pull out 100 to 200,000. I'm just speculating, but 100 to 200,000 ounces a day. Thank you, BJ, for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the bar, my friend. And so yeah, I don't know. God, I'm dumping it all over the ground. Jeez. I don't know. I don't really have a plan as to what I want to do here. There's a map. Yeah, I'll show it to you. Hold on. Let me cut this off so we can see it. Where's it at? Here we go. So, Old Arnold's parcel is where we're at, where you can see all the crap sitting there. My hand's asleep again. Right here. This is where we are on Old Arnold's parcel, and it's actually a pretty good size. If we look at the gold map here, you can see how big the claim is. Where are we at? Let me back up here. Oh, here we are. So this is the claim. Each one of these squares are about the size of my pickup truck. So right now where we're working, we can click on these. This is where we've drilled all these spots right here. We haven't drilled none of this other stuff. So we know what the gold is here, and it shows over here kind of how much gold we have far down. So we got like, now this is maximum gold. This isn't what we're pulling out of the ground because we've got really crappy equipment. So total gold here, 45.26 ounces in 120, or okay, 57.52 ounces in 121. We're probably pulling out about 10 ounces out of that, if even that. We might be pulling like 5 ounces out of that. That's it with the equipment we've got. If we get that whole thing out. So right now we're working in like 15 and 16. 16 don't have anything because we've completely cleaned that out. Same thing with 91. So 96 here has got 190 left. These right here had like something ridiculous number, like 300 and some ounces of gold there. Since we're going through there, they don't have that much now, but they did. And so if we had like a tier 3 plant or something that would pull all 190 ounces of gold, 190 ounces of gold probably would end up being somewhere around $250,000 at the going rate, and the rate changes daily. But out of this right here, we're probably going to pull 10 ounces out of. That's how terrible the equipment is we're using. So, yeah, you like that, Tech? Well, hey, hold on, Tech. Let me put this back on. There we go. Now we're a true gold miner. So anyway, so yeah, that shows you how bad our equipment is. So we're gonna cut
go ahead and get all this stuff right here. Yeah, you like that? We're gonna get all this stuff right here. The sticky, it's losing its stickiness though. I gotta see if I can figure out some way to make it sticky again. They're only $1 at like Dollar General. But we're gonna cut all this out right here and hopefully rebuild this water tower. And then we'll drill the rest of the area. And we've got a big area. I mean, it goes all the way out here, and I bet you, it seems to me like the really rich gold is gonna be, there's gonna be like a streak that runs right through here, I think. Yeah, super glue is probably not a good idea. Gorilla tape maybe. Two-sided tape is probably the best idea. Super glue, we're not doing super glue. I'll be wearing it for the next 2 or 3 weeks. But yeah, we're gonna drill all this and find out where the gold's at. And I think there's gonna be a streak that runs right through here. Just my prediction. And what we'll do is we'll clean all this right here out, and we'll try to clean where the areas that has the less gold first until we can get that tier 3 system built. Then we'll start digging the rest of it out. Now, once we do that, we have other parcels too. Here's parcels. I'm gonna go back to the actual map. So this is Old Arnold's parcel. We've got a parcel up here, Pine Valley. We got Nighthawk parcel up here, and we've got Rivertown down here. And you have to buy these, obviously. We don't have enough money to buy them yet, but each one of these will have even more gold in them. So the idea is, I think Rivertown is probably where we go next. We've actually already got a tent and camper set up there for some reason. Oh, we got one over here too. Wonder why we don't have one at Nighthawk. Anyway, we'll probably go down here to the Rivertown next, and we'll set up a tier 3 plant there. And then we'll work on getting like the tier 4 and tier 5 systems out of Rivertown. And then we'll go ahead and install those in Pine Valley and Nighthawk. And actually, when you get done with when I get done with Old Arnold's parcel, you can hire people to come work for you there. They don't actually work. You don't see anybody working. It doesn't actually remove any dirt from the parcel itself, but you'll gain money over time. So we'll do that. But we're gonna clean out Old Arnold's parcel like completely. Like I want to clean it out where there's no dirt left at all. Same thing with Rivertown, and we're gonna take everything out of it, and there's gonna be nothing left. That's the idea. It's just gonna take for freaking ever to get it done, and then once we're done with it, then that'll be the end of the game for me. You know, you can actually go back and spend a little bit of money, like $1 million or something like that, and reset the claims. But seems like I don't think I'd like to do that. I mean, if I was really into it like that and wanted to do it over, or cared about the leaderboard, then I would, but I don't. You know, the resetting it just seems like a waste of time to me. Anyway, there's a lot to do. It's gonna be a lot more episodes to come, and I don't know how often I'll live stream it. I mean, if people enjoy watching it, then we might do it more often. Maybe every Sunday morning we'll get into some live streams and do some in the week too as well. I don't know, but we'll see. Do you keep your equipment? You do keep your equipment. Yep. I kind of wish they would add a way that you could rent equipment, but they have not added that in. So how that works is you have, and we're going to cut this off again because now I've got to go switch buckets out. So you'll buy this thing right here. You have, in this parcel, you have one slot, and one of these big things fills up a slot. Not these little ones, just the big heavy equipment. And you have to buy, gosh, this game has problems with like screen freezes and lags and stuff, but you have to buy, I think it's like $20,000 for your second slot, then it's $30,000 for your third slot, and so on and so forth. So you can keep bringing machines in here, but you have to spend money to actually keep them here. Or you can put them in storage for like $1,500, and you can move them back and forth. But I don't really like using the storage function too much. I actually have a small excavator that's in storage now that I was going to sell it, but I don't even see really the point in selling it. I mean, you don't get but like $1,500 out of it, so I'm not going to worry about it. We may use it again at some point, who knows. There's a lot to it. It does not have multiplayer mode, which sucks. Because I've got a buddy that plays it that we were talking the other day. I'd really enjoy having someone play with me. I think it'd be awesome. But no, as of right now, as far as I know, it does not have multiplayer. I really wish we could get some more nuggets here. We get one like every hour, and that's about it.
I'm trying to debate on whether I should move those down here a little closer or not. I don't know. I think we're fine where they are, honestly. So I do want to kind of widen this out a little bit, though. Maybe we'll just kind of start right here and going back. That way I can turn around back there. Yeah, multiplayer would be a nice thing, for sure. Start honeycombing? What is that? I do not know what that is. How do you go about doing that? So I was kind of just strip mining this thing right now. I'm not exactly sure what honeycombing is. That's a new one to me. I can't remember where the dang buttons are, so I gotta constantly look down at the keyboard because I'm afraid I'm gonna hit the E button and jump out of the freaking front loader again. Make a 5x5 square or start trying to do a loop. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, that might work. That's kind of what, well, if I could get this thing wide enough to where I could turn around in, it wouldn't be quite as big of a deal. See, what I'd like to do is get it wide enough where I could bring those wash plants down in here, like a little closer to the end over there, you know? That way I didn't have to travel quite so far back. But yeah, if I could make a loop out of it, that would make it a lot better. Oh, shoot, we're gonna lose my dirt. Oh, don't do that. In the excavator, if you start losing dirt, it just piles up. And this one, if you lose dirt, it just disappears. I don't know why. I don't think it should. I'm wondering if it's kind of a glitch or something. But yeah, if you lose dirt in this thing, if you drop it on the ground, it's just gone forever. So you try not to do that if you can help it. Start again. Day one. I'm not starting on day one, that's for sure. No way. If something happens and I lose my save, this game is over. I'm not coming back to it. There's no way I could do all that all over again. Although I think I could do it faster now. I've learned a lot. So I haven't, like I said, I haven't really watched other people play it. Some people have suggested certain things that I've followed through, like the double wash plant thing. But for the most part, everything I've done on my own, and I've learned it on my own, which is, I enjoy doing that more than people helping me, you know? I think one of the worst things when you're trying to do YouTube is somebody coming in the comments and saying, you know, hey, you can do it better this way. And I appreciate the help, don't get me wrong. You know, but at the same time, one of the fun things about playing games is learning how to do it yourself, you know? So I always tell people, I don't care if they suggest stuff, but don't ever give anything away, you know? Especially spoilers on some games. Obviously, you know, spoilers is not something you want to deal with when you're doing YouTube stuff, but it's fun. It's fun kind of learning how to do it on your own, I think. The only problem with doing it that way is sometimes you'll have episodes where it takes you an hour to figure something out because you just don't get it for whatever reason. Especially when you get old, you know. When you get old, it takes longer to figure stuff out, so. And in that situation, I guess, if I'm trying to figure something out for 30 minutes, I'm going to flip in 5 seconds. Oh, please no, please no. I got stuck a couple weeks ago playing this. I had to get the excavator out and drag my tractor out of here because it was stuck on like this little bitty piece of dirt. I almost flipped the truck one time. I almost drove it off a cliff. It was like hanging off the edge. Somehow I put it in 4-wheel drive and it backed right on out of there. Some fascinating things happen, and I'm really surprised, like I said, that we haven't had a lot of breakdowns, because usually when I play, we'll have stuff breaking down every 30 minutes, you know, whether it's, I mean, there's all kinds of parts on these things that'll break. You know, the wheels will break, the hydraulics will bust on them. I mean, there's all kinds of things, and I haven't had anything break, I think, so far. And we've been playing this for, what, 2 hours already, so it's pretty crazy that nothing's really been happening. I'm not sure what can break on this. I know the battery can go dead, which obviously we ain't really got to worry about that as long as it's running. I think we can bust hydraulics. I know you can on the Excavator. I had 3 of those break the last time I played when I was running the Excavator. These things right here, the wash plants, you can have the jets bust on them. The motors will go out in them. You got to replace the motors. So all kinds of stuff will break down. It's really interesting that nothing's happening. Kind of lucky, I guess, because when stuff breaks down, obviously you got to work on it. It takes time, and you're not making money when you're fixing things. So doing this reminds me of playing Minecraft when you're trying to strip mine, you know? And it's just that grinding away, trying to find, you know, 1 or 2 little diamonds so you can make your awesome pickaxe. My daughter is 8. She plays Minecraft sometimes, and I play with her. And I was showing her kind of the different ways you can mine and stuff like that. And she's like, how did you mine whenever you played this game? And I was like, well, I dig down to like level 11. And I said, then you just like alternate, and you'll mine like out 100 blocks. So. Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a second about Elite, because I've got questions about that game. But, so you mined out like 100 blocks, and then you move over 2 blocks, then you mine out 100 more, and you just kind of keep doing that over and over and over. And she played it for like 15 minutes. She's like, this is boring. I was like, yeah. I was like, well, if you want to find diamonds, that's the best way to do it, unless you want to go caving. And she didn't want to cave because every time she went caving, creepers would blow her up, you know. And the skeletons would kind of startle her some, so she's like, I don't want to go in the caves. I was like, well, that's really the only way you can do it then, just strip mine. But yeah, as far as Elite Dangerous, what, like, explain, obviously you don't have like a ton of, you can't use a ton of words here. I guess you can, but explain exactly what the game's about, because I haven't even looked into it at all. All I know is it's a spacefaring game. But what's the point of it? You know, you say you got to grind in it. Do you grind to upgrade your spaceship, or what? Like, what's the point of the game? You piqued my curiosity about it now, so I'm gonna have to start looking into it. I like sci-fi stuff, so it kind of goes up my alley, anyways. Pretty excited. Oh, we get nope, fuel's low. Dang, I thought we got another nugget. Shoot. Whoops. That's what I try not to do. Jumping out of that thing all the time. The dirt we're getting out of here should be pretty gold rich, so I'm pretty excited to see what we actually get when we do wash out these buckets, which I think we need to do 2 more buckets after these are filled up, and I think we should be able to wash them all out after that. And then we'll probably go ahead and smelt it. As grindy as this seems, you guys should see what it's like whenever you've only got 1 wash plant. It takes forever just to fill up 1 bucket with the Excavator and 1 wash plant. Because the Excavator will only fill up the wash plant about, at the most, like 50%. So you can fill it up, but then you gotta wait on it to get done. You know? At least doing it this way, you're kind of filling up 2 buckets at once. So it goes twice as fast. It just takes for freaking ever. I mean, Thank God, too, because I'm really looking forward to the day I get a dump truck on here. And hopefully I can fill the dump truck up, and then I can dump the dump truck out, and I'm hoping I get like 100% bucket for every dump truck load or something. Something crazy like that. That'd be nice. We won't be doing no dump trucks for a while. I don't think. Probably not even on this claim, actually. The point of the game is whatever the hell you want. You can explore, trade, mine, combat, fight aliens, and a lot more. So it's like a sandbox then. That's cool. So, I'm trying to think here. Is there not like a main like objective? You know, like I mean, you know, most of them games like you can do what you want, but there's like a main objective as well that you know you're trying to either get somewhere or you're trying to do something. You know, play a bit of PvP, play an open. That would be fun. PvP. Space combat PvP. Seems like it'd be pretty fun to do. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to read into it some and see, and then maybe we'll try it out at some point. I just like I told my buddy Red Dog. Red Dog has bought me 2 games because he wanted me to play them, and I told him, I said, you know, I don't really have the time to play any games. Like I've got so much stuff going on already. I mean, I've got like 3 or 4 Let's Plays I'm doing on YouTube. iRacing takes up a lot of my time. And then I have these simulation games I play that takes 3 or 4 hours to do one episode. Unless I'm streaming it. And I told him, I was like, you know, you can buy me stuff if you want. I think he bought me Sea of Thieves, which is a really fun game to play. I just never have time to play it, you know? You can show me better. Do you have a channel or anything? If you do, you feel free to post it in the chat there. Oh, the Nightbot might tell you can't. I don't know how I have to fix that problem. You could if you do, you could just post your YouTube name or something on there or whatever. People can find it that way. Oh, there you go. Oh, you're on Mixer. Okay, cool. Well, if I remember, I'll definitely check that out, man. It sounds interesting. Like, I'm fascinated with it, so, or curious about it. Don't know if I'll ever be able to really get involved in it too much, but if not, I could always check out your stuff. Well, we've almost got to the end of this. Trying to debate on whether past streams you have some cool mining surprises. Do you have a particular episode you would recommend? Or particular title, I should say? For people who might want to go check it out, you know, that way they see a stream that kind of holds their attention versus one that might not be quite so event-filled. Like this particular stream I'm doing right now. the also fascinating, I don't know what that was, the also fascinating going back and forth in the tractor for hours on end. Mining for Trade Elite. Alright. Well, those of you who watch this, go check that out. And that link provided. Or if did your link post into the actual... Yeah, it did. Good, I see it now. Any of them? how close are we on full buckets here? 84% and 76%. Yeah, it won't be long now. I think when we get these buckets full, we'll go ahead and see how much gold we get. Then we'll take them and smelt them. Kind of change it up a little bit. I could go and get another 2 buckets, but it's taking a while. I know you guys probably want to see something different than just this. And to be honest, I want to do something a little bit different as well. If it cuts off, you get pissed at something. Oh, I got you. Do you commentate any, or you just play? Oh, shoot, you're right. Well, we are about out of fuel. Holy cow, I'm glad you mentioned that. We may not even make it to the top. I didn't even see it pop up and say low fuel while I was sitting there talking, I guess. Oh, come on, let's go. This thing does not want to get up this hill. Wow, man, we are so close to being empty. Holy cow. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay, well, crap. We almost... Stay. Don't roll back. We almost made it. I guess we'll just go ahead and cut everything off and do these buckets like they are. Just going to take a little while to get the gas hooked up and bring everything down here and all that. Trying to get some commentary. It takes a while. I started out with a really cheap mic and just kept buying a little bit better stuff every once in a while until I finally got something that I liked. Yeah, we still got empty buckets, a few of them actually. But we're not going to worry about it. We'll just pop those down here. Actually, one needs to go here. Well, I guess one was the magnetite bucket. HyperX. I'm not even sure what kind of mic that is, but I've got a Blue Yeti now. I just bought it like it's like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I was gonna get a different one, but this one was a little bit better priced and it was on sale. So, but I like it so far. I had a Snowball there for a while. Sounded terrible. Didn't like it at all. This one's a lot better, especially if I speak right into it. It sounds pretty good. If I have it to my side right now, so I don't know if you can see it or not. No, you can't see it. I have it to my side right now, so it sounds a little bit different. But if I speak right into it, it sounds pretty good. Thing is, I can't put it right in front of me because when I'm racing, you know, the steering wheel kind of gets in the way. Okay, what do I need to do? I need to bring all this crap back up here again. Let's go ahead and cut off the water pump. Actually, the water pump can stay on. We'll cut this off for a second so it don't burn through the gas. This needs to be unhooked. Need to hook up this one right here. And then bring the hoses up here. Smells good, don't it? Stuck on a ball of dirt again. So we should get, like I said, we should get better results out of this one than we had last time. Obviously, we're not going to get quite as much because we're like 2.5 buckets down. But we should, I would imagine we'd get maybe at least 15 ounces, which is enough to go smelt. We can only smelt 18 ounces at a time right now, so we actually buy. I don't know. I need to see how much gold we have or how much magnetite we have in store. We have. It says 0 ounces. I don't know how much we have in the trailer, but we can buy a larger smelter with magnetite. That's what we use that for. But I don't know. I don't even know how much we've got. I don't know why it doesn't say it up there. You'd think it would, but it doesn't. And I bet you the trailer itself don't say anything but a percentage. Yeah, it just says 9%. So, let's lay that down right there. Let's see, water hoses. Got a mess out here I need to clean up. Wait a minute. Oh, here it is. Another one go. There it is. There. Okay, now we're ready, I think. So 99% in this. No, we got no power. Gosh, quit doing that. The lag is ridiculous. I hope it's worth it here. Usually what I'll do is I'll do this. I'll fill this one up. And then I'll take the empty buckets back down and go ahead and get more gold. And I'll try to have as much dirt up here as I possibly can have. That way I can just, you know, try to get all the gold flakes out of just a ton of it at one time. I don't have to keep going back and forth, back and forth. But for the sake of the stream, we'll just go ahead and do it now. We'll have quite a bit to go through at least. I think. I'd like to have about 20 buckets down here and fill all of them up, honestly, is what I'd like to do. That would take a long time. I think this gold needs to be dumped into here. This is gold that needs to stay over here, I believe. Or is it? I'm not sure if it is or not. Well, we can dump it in there. It's not going to hurt anything. Generator's out of power again. So these two should be, yeah, these two should be gold we've already went through, and this one should be gold we haven't went through. I think. Let me fill this back up real fast. So we'll have that plus 2 more. Yeah, there's no buckets down there. This actually works out pretty good, I think. 6 buckets won't be too bad. If we can get about 5 ounces per bucket, it'd be nice, but I don't think we will. Alright, so we got 29.486 ounces. Let's see what we end up with. It's climbing higher pretty quick. So we got about 5 out of well, we got 4 out of a bucket right there. The 4 per bucket won't be too bad either. We only got 16 for those, like, 7 buckets earlier. So if we have over 40, it'll be a decent little payday. Unfortunately, a lot of it will get taken away from us whenever nighttime hits. Might end up with 50 here. Yeah, it's coming. The end of the episode's coming. What time is this? It's 1:30. I'll have to stop here in a second. It's been a decent little live stream. Well, we've had it started off kind of slow, but we've got, I think, what, 7 viewers now, so that's not too bad. So if you guys have any suggestions, feel free, please. I accept and appreciate all criticism. Hopefully, like I said, once we get the tier 3 tables and stuff set up, it's not going to be quite so grindy, I think. But yeah, we just don't have a lot to work with right now, so until we get some better equipment, this is kind of what it's like, you know. We're trying to save up, to anybody who wasn't here earlier when I was talking about it, we're trying to save up about 200 grand to be able to rebuild a water tower that's over there. It's 7 days till winter. When winter gets here, the water supply is going to freeze up. And we have to have this water tower over here in the corner built, right over there, to be able to pump water with this up into the water tower and use that water to mine with. If we don't have that done by winter, then we're going to have to end the season and start back in the spring. We don't want to do that if we don't have to. So the idea is to have all this, to have $200,000 saved up by then. Shoot, I left the lights on. I hope this thing ain't dead. Let's see. Please don't be dead. Dang it! Get in there so I can cut the lights off. We have to have all that money saved up by winter. That way we can get that water tower built and we can still mine throughout the winter time. So that's the plan. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know if we can make it or not. I mean, I'm kind of starting on it a little bit late, I think. But you never know. So we've got 51.089 ounces of gold. Let's see. That's already disconnected. Is there anything I need to take with me? I could go ahead and take the fuel. Go ahead and fill that up. I might as well do that. I was actually, for some reason, I was thinking I was going to go over there and just pick it up and carry it back over here. I can't do that. But we can drive the truck over there and pick it up. We'll go ahead and fill this up. Since we're going out there to the blacksmith anyway, we might as well. I've actually got a truck just like this, except it's red. Whoops. Oh wow, I got my differential turned on. What's up, buddy? How's it going, man? You finally wake up from your slumber? I know it's pretty early when I started streaming for you. I didn't know if you'd be able to get in here or not. I think it was your time. It was probably like 10 o'clock my time, so it's probably a good 6 o'clock in the morning for you. We're just kind of finishing up the stream, to be honest with you. It's we got a little bit left on it, but not a whole lot. We're going to go smelt this gold we got and see how much money we came out with, and I'm going to go ahead and fill this fuel tank up real fast. And then get ready for the NASCAR race that's coming on TV in a little bit, in a few hours. I got a few things I got to do before that starts, and then after that, about 8 p.m. tonight, we're going to be playing some American Trucking Simulator for quite a while, probably a few hours, if I imagine. I got the Oregon DLC. I want to go up through Oregon, and I want to haul some loads down through California, and so we're going to go up to Oregon and to Snyder's country, sort of. A little bit south of where Snyder lives, but up through Oregon and then down through California, and then we're going to go down into Baja, Mexico, which is a mod that I just got. So really looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have song requests turned on for that as well, so if you guys want to hop in here and request a song, as long as it's not racist or something like that, you know, you can pretty much play anything you want. Obviously, there are certain songs you can't play, but in that situation, they end pretty quick. But so pretty much, you know, any song you want to play, preferably heavy metal, alternative, stuff like that. But or country or whatever, it doesn't really matter. So we even had some rap in here the other day, which is not really my style of music, but me and Snyder kind of bonded over a little bit of gangster rap, I believe. Some Busta Rhymes. But it's going to be fun, so we're going to do that later on tonight, and hopefully into the night a little bit. And yeah, so should be good fun. That is as long as I don't get called into work in the morning. I'm on call tomorrow. They have to let me know by 7 o'clock tonight. So as long as I don't hear anything from them, that's what we're going to do. Even if I do, we'll still stream for a little bit. We're going to go ahead and just drop that right there on the ground and let fuel leak out everywhere. And fill this up real quick. Go ahead and fill the truck up. Might as well. Shouldn't take much. And then let's go smelt this gold. The smelting process takes a little while, so when we smelt it, we will have to wait for just a little bit as it gets done. And I think with, see, we can smelt 20 ounces at a time, so we'll have 2.5 bars, which should give us about 40 I'm gonna guess probably about $55,000. I think is what we'll get out of it. So out of 2.5 hours of grinding, we'll get about $55,000. That's pretty pathetic, isn't it? And I'll try to do some off-stream stuff as well. All right, so 20 ounces is going to cost us $1,985, and it's going to take it'll take about 2 or 3 minutes for it to smelt. There's actually some more stories around here somewhere, and I don't know where they're at. We should have like 3 or 4. Usually when you're looking around, the one kind of just pops up if you're close to one. You've been up for a bit, saw your notification, but you went to a family breakfast and now I'm home, so I'm watching the Indy race. It's about to start in a couple minutes. Oh, good. So I'll be able to... It looks like I'll be ending this stream right about this time the Indy race starts. That's awesome. That's in St. Petersburg, right? On NBC, I assume? That'll work out pretty good for me then. Travel beyond this point not recommended. I don't think it'll even let us go up there. No, it kind of... There's an invisible wall there somewhere. These things right here, these fast travel points, you can buy them, and they cost a freaking fortune. Look at this, $200,000 to buy a fast travel point. How ridiculous is that? Stupid ridiculous. This thing should be done any minute now. Just kind of walk around and so we can find any stories laying on the ground. They're like little newspaper clippings when you see them. I was thinking there was like 2 more. Okay, there's one's done. We'll smelt another one here. Take this gold bar and pop it in the back of the truck. Dunk. Wait on the other one to get finished. And then we'll have like a 10-ounce bar we'll have to smelt as well. Actually, a little bit over 10 ounces. And then we'll take them to the bank and sell them. Kind of walk around here, look at, sort of give you an idea of the area. There's actually there's a mine this way, but you can't get to it because the road's closed. I guess you have to buy it first. I'm not really sure. You can go down there a little ways, and then you kind of get stopped. You can't go any further. We can actually walk out in here a little ways. Well, at least to right here. I'm assuming this is tailings where people used to have mines and they just dumped all their rocks and stuff out here. That's what it looks like. It doesn't look like mountainous terrain. It just looks like piles of rocks. St. Pete, yep. Your gun may be in my country later today. Oh, yeah. Gun be in your country? Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna be in your country later today. Yeah, it might be. I mean, we'll be up northern Oregon, I think. I don't know. My dad plays the trucking simulator game a lot. He loves it. And he said there's a lot of logging roads up there to go into, so that should be a lot of fun. Like twisty and turny roads, so we'll see. 11 ounces for the last one. I think this will take a little bit of time. It shouldn't take quite as long, though. Jeez. Somebody just texted me and asked me if I could bury their cat today. What the heck? What? No, and the person lives like an hour from here. No, I'm not coming to your house to bury a cat. You can bury your own cat. I don't even have a... I'm not... That's ridiculous. Like, I'm not coming all the way up there to bury a cat. Not happening. Why would you text somebody that you hadn't spoke to in like probably 4 or 5 months and say, hey, can you come bury my cat? No, absolutely not. Especially not right now. Not when racing's about to start. Crazy. I bet it does. Yeah, I watch Axemen sometimes, man. It's pretty crazy what all goes on up there. A lot of land with just nothing but trees. I'd like to fill this whole back of this truck up with gold bars. How awesome would that be? All right, good. Oh, we're stuck. What the heck? I'm literally stuck on the back of my truck. The poet didn't know it. I think we can fix this problem actually, somehow. Restore, that's what we need to do. There we go. We'll have to walk back over there, but that's fine. That happens a lot in this game. You live in the desert? Do you? I thought you lived in Washington State. That's not the desert. Why did I think you lived in Washington State? Or is there actually like a more desert area up there, and I just never knew about it? I'll pick up this gold bar, and we're going to take it to the bank. Shoot, I dropped it. Where'd it go? It doesn't really matter. I mean, we'll have it no matter what. God, that would suck, you know? You get a gold bar. There it is. You get a gold bar smelted, and then you drop it and can't find it. You're in... Oh, you are in Oregon. Okay. Like 5 minutes from the border, so your phone always thinks I'm in Washington. I got you. I was thinking you said you were in Washington. I can't remember. I mean, there's so many people I talk to on here. It's hard to remember. The only person I really remember where they live is Hydro and Red Dog. Red Dog I know lives in Ohio. Just because I thought Red Dog lived... I thought he said he lived in Hickory, which is about 2 hours from here. And Hydro lives in Mexico. That's pretty easy to remember. Alright, let's stop right here and go ahead and see how much money we get. Like I said, I think it's going to be about $55,000, something like that. Where we go? Sell gold bars. Let's see, 21,000 a piece. You can wait for the price to go up, but the price only fluctuates about $200 or $300, so it's really not that big of a deal. We got a decent amount here. We got $81,291. Now, when night comes, they'll take about 20,000 of that because of the loan payment for using the claim. But that's not too bad. So anyway, you remind me every day. All right, cool. So I guess we're going to call it a stream right here. 2 hours and 30 minutes is pretty long stream for this game. I'm going to jump off here and text somebody and tell them I'm not coming to bury their cat. And watch the Indy race in St. Petersburg. So I appreciate you guys watching, all of you that did, and those of you, let me see if I can, I don't know if there's any way I can actually scroll up here and see who followed or not. I don't have my thing set up where I can see that. Yeah, Tech, you too, man. Thanks for hanging out for a little while. Now, I'm not going to go bury that cat, man. I am not driving that far to go bury a cat. I'm sorry. Yeah, my timing is perfect then, huh? So anyway, you guys who followed, I appreciate it. Kill a Clown, man. I'm going to check out your channel, dude. For real. I'm going to do that right here in just a minute while I watch the race. And I'll see you guys next time. So don't forget, 8 o'clock Eastern tonight. Right around that time, we'll be doing American Truck Simulator for probably about 3 hours. Maybe even more. I don't know. Depends on how... I'll probably do it until I get sleepy. I don't think I have to work tomorrow, so I'll be up all night long driving big rigs around. We got to make some money in that game so we can buy some garages and hire some more drivers and make even more money. So that game's a lot of fun, especially when we get the summer requests going. And so if you like that kind of stuff, man, come on and watch it. So I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.